Hi, I'm going to read part of a story called Night Sweats, which is about no one that I know, and about which you need to know nothing. Steve watches a movie he has seen 4 times. He can't find the remote. He wonders how an entire cast can be so entirely and completely unfunny. He is drunk, but it's Friday night, so what the hell. Good thing his wife went for food. She better get some chips and salsa. He thinks about how she'll come back with some goddamn fish from some goddamn country he's never goddamn heard of, and how he'll have to eat it to be nice or else she'll cry, and how he'll have to pretend that he doesn't have a bone stuck in his gullet, and how for a woman who claims to be a country girl, she sure has no skills. Steve finishes his beer. Linda enters the store and goes straight for produce. The anticipation of what could be lying in the cool and moist shelves is like candy. White carrots. She hasn't seen those in a year. She picks the tomatoes, sweet potatoes, arugula, beets that color her cart so that when she gazes down on them, she breathes in with bliss. The rest of the journey through the aisles is a denouement. This organic chicken broth is plucked with the bareliest French eyebrow. That chicken is heaped from its brethren with most graceful of swoops. Pilates is definitely helping. Steve stands in the backyard smoking. He had this thought about looking at the stars, but the neighbors have their blind dead floodlights on and he's sulky. Probably that idiot of a spaniel is taking a shit. Why can't people get cool dogs with smarts and skills? Steve thinks he'd like a hunting dog. He wouldn't take it hunting, but it would be a man's dog, and it wouldn't mind that he drank scotch and smoked cigars. Both of which he'd totally start doing if he had a hunting dog. Steve is staring at the ground in his backyard. He's wondering how much work it would take to plant a garden. He's wondering whether planting a garden is manly. If he could grow huge vegetables that win prizes, like tomatoes or zucchini or cucumbers or squash. The grass out there is barely grass anyway. It occurs to Steve for just a moment that having a nice lawn is considered manly, like those faintly muscled, ruggedly handsome douchebags in fertilizer commercials. He sets on the butt of his cigarette and heads for the tool shed. Steve is sweating and has been swearing. He has managed to overturn a plot of the backyard about 2 by 2. He's leaning on the handle of the shovel, panting. He looks at his hand, which is shaking. He thinks about how he used to be able to bench 220. He is lying. Big, beautiful, manly, magnificent vegetables float through his mind. He begins to dig again. Steve is sitting at the edge of a pit in his backyard. It's really fucking hot. He's trying to sit up straight to catch the night air. He is tired and hot, and how the hell did a garden turn into a pit? Linda's gonna kill him, he knows it. Steve pushes up to standing and heads for the hose. He's gonna fix it, and he's gonna cool down. 2 birds, 1 stone. Linda pulls into the garage. As she reaches into the back seat for her groceries, she allows herself a pause to bask in the cool, calm scent of fresh creamed food. She is stacking items in the refrigerator while she is calling for Steve. She thinks he must have passed out on the couch. She places tomatoes on the lowest shelf. She hopes he didn't walk to that biker bar again. She lines up yogurt in piles of 3. She wonders if she should call who would she call? The wine fairy, probably. Steve has finally come to understand woman. Who wouldn't like a mud bath? He wonders why men are so reluctant to try things. He is pretty sure he should be writing all this down. Here, his toes don't wiggle, they squiggle. Now he is cool, calm, relaxed, ready to take on the world. Who needs vegetables when you have mud? Linda pours herself a glass of the red wine that's open. Where the shit is Steve? She is mad now. She moves through the ranch house, trying not to fling herself around the corners. When Linda finally finds Steve splayed out in a mud pit in the backyard, closed eyes on a de-wrinkled face, capping a head thrown back onto what used to be the lawn, her jaw loses tension and falls earthward. Linda doesn't say a word. Steve doesn't know she's there. He doesn't know that she turns around and walks into the kitchen. He is only aware of someone other than himself when he hears a splash. His eyes are open halfway when something hits him hard in the temple. Linda's arms are laden with tubers, whole white turnips, and sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and something that looks like bleached carrots. She is calmly throwing the vegetables one by one into the mud pit with Steve. She isn't exactly aiming at him. She wouldn't mind if anything hit him. She wouldn't mind if an old rotten potato hit him in the temple, knocked him unconscious, and caused him to drown in this mess he created for himself. She's the one who dug it. He's relieved that she doesn't seem to be aiming directly at him. He watches with awe. Tomatoes plop, but the turnips fly like rockets with their greens windowed behind. When her arms are bereft of produce, she puts her hands on her hips. I hope that lights a fire under your ass. I'm hankering for some Steve stew. He laughs. This is funny, right? This is not fucking funny. She guesses it must be some sort of funny, but Steve should know that laughing will get him everywhere but out of that pit. He stops laughing. Linda's hands are in fists and her footsteps make impact tremors that ripple on the surface of Steve's stew. Thank you.